How's it going, YouTube? This is Alex from Team Generations here, back with another playtesting video. This time it's me on the left, Alex, versus Eric on the right. I am playing PBO/Mordred, kind of my hybrid build. There is a video on the channel of this build if you wanted to check it out. On the right hand side, Eric is actually playing my variant of Luard. He has his own, but just wanted to try mine. I am running the Bat engine, whereas he is not, so just wanted to see how that is going to go. Super exciting matchup. Honestly, PBO is my favorite Shadow Paladin deck right now. Really like Mordred as well, and I just kind of put them together in this deck. I feel like they did work pretty well overall. I am digging Luard too, just not exactly my playstyle. Very hype matchup though altogether. Definitely looking forward to this one. Alright, so let's see, I rolled a 4, I believe it is over there. Let's see what he rolls. Alright, and he also rolled, yeah, he rolled a 4 as well. I'm back to 4. And he is at a 2, so it looks like I do go first. Super nice to be first in a PBO deck, just because you can get a grade 3 on your first grade 2 ride. So all you really need is an main and anything else. And it looks like I put a road to Swordbreaker here, and I did have the main in hand, so I'm going to be able to search out my deck, get that Dump Hood Dragon in order to get the Blaster Dark for our next turn's ride, in order to use the Freezing Witch Bendy in order to go into that PBD. So super nice combo overall, very standard stuff right here. Going into the deck for that Blaster Dark. I think I already grabbed it, right? Yeah. Alright, I believe he's just going to cut and then go into his turn and pass it over. Yep. So let's see what Luard has for grade 1. A lot of different options there. Like I said, I am riding the Bat engine, so it's not the worst thing in the world to be riding that first. Let's see if he has that in hand. And yes, he does. Okay, that is good just to have it in soul. Don't have to do the whole Nightmare Painter trick to get him in there and set up a little bit more. Looks like he's just going to swing. That's it for his grade 1 turn. He drive checks. That is just a Sharon added to hand, and boom, I am adding a main into my damage zone. So moving on to my turn next, it looks like I am riding that Blaster Dark, so I will be getting that PBD off on this turn. I am just going to rest in the main. Let's see what I call. I think I had a Freezing Witch Bendy in hand, so let's see what I call. Yes, I did, so I am just looking at another Swordbreaker here just to keep that advantage up. And I do like Swordbreaker in this deck just because of the extra 5k body that it does get when it is called from hand. We don't run through Counterblast particularly fast in this deck compared to, you know, like Mordred or Luard, who really need to save their Counterblast to make sure if they get Counterstarved that their Drag Driver goes off. So not a bad card in this deck. I am running one, I believe, the Eagle in here, so... Alright, or the Owl, I'm sorry. So I get that Freezing Witch Bendy on board, and I'm going to then ride into Blaster Dark just to search that out. Perfect. So yeah, super nice to accelerate into that grade 3, just putting a lot of added pressure on, making sure that you're not going to G-assist for a grade 3 turn. Very nice in general. And I'm going to put the Force 1 marker on the left side of the Vanguard there. I'm going to call, and like I said, this is a Mordred hybrid, so I am actually running Masquerade in here. So I'm going to search the top 7 for a Blaster Dark or a Illusionary Revenger Mordred. Let's see what I get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. Okay. Let's see what I pull. Looks like I did hit. Is that the Blaster Dark? Yes, it is. Adding a Blaster Dark 2-hand. Didn't hit the Mordred, but not the end of the world. Alright, and I'm going to retire that Swordbreaker for the skill. Now again, PBD does not have any abilities active for this turn since it did use the Superior Call engine, and Bendy prevents it from using anything, so going to be pretty vanilla elsewise. There we go. Alright, and we're going to open up and just swing 13 into his 7k body. Do open up with the crit, which is super nice. Second drive check is just a Swordbreaker. And then we are going to give the power over to Masquerade, so he is going to be 10, 20. This is a 33, I believe, attack. If that 3k goes off, I forget if it needs to be at the same grade or not. But let's see. It looks like he's just going to take it. That's a huge thing to block. So pretty successful grade 2 turn overall. I think it sets us up to be in a nice position for the rest of the game. Let's see. There's not too many options in a Luard grade 2 deck. Yeah, so he does ride the Morfessa. Can't use any of its abilities, unfortunately. I'm really looking for that Leofald. It's the only ride target in that deck. I believe we're only running 8 grade 2s. So it looks like I am going to take his swing. What is that? Is that a critical? Yes, it was, I believe. Yep. And this one really hurt. I am damage checking both a Mordred and a PBO, which really sucks. I think I needed both of them in my hand. I didn't have any other ride targets aside. I think I had my second PBD in my hand. That's about it. So making for a really interesting grade 3 ride. It went from a great grade 2 turn to kind of like a suboptimal grade 3, but let's see if we can salvage anything here. Yeah, we did ride into that second PBD, generating another marker, and I think my mindset kind of changes here. I need to go into a more control style just to see what I can get off here. So I need to put another body on board if I am going to use PBD's first skill, which is to retire 3 rear guards. Our opponent retires 3 rear guards, and then our Vanguard, our PBD, gains an additional 15k and a crit. So throwing it way back, we really don't want to be riding this guy at all in this deck, but not the worst thing in the world if we do have to. Let's see, what am I going to call here? I think I'm going to be looking for an owl, and yeah, unfortunately I think I went through all of my sword breakers already, only running 3 in the deck, and that 4th one is an owl, so can't actually use the soul blast to get the ability off because we're not on the same grade, but I am still going to be drawing, and it looks like Eric actually drew for me. Pretty useless draw. I think I added a dump hood dragon to my hand there. Yes, I did. And we're going to open up now. Yep. Oh no, I'm actually using his second skill, which is to Soul Blast a grade 3. And if our opponent is on 4 or less damage, they actually take a damage, which is nice. Alright, we can see he damage checked that drag driver there. Just kind of reviewing some options before I go into some plays. So let's see what I come up with. I think I'm going to go for that retire 3 play, just to put some pressure on board. Let's see, is that another, what is that guy? No, that's Dump Hood. I'm not going to use his ability. That's alright, just in case we get a PBO the next turn. I just want to have a target in deck to actually call out for its ability, because we ran through both PBDs and we saw, I think, a couple Blaster Darks in our hand, so we need at least one to get his skill off and get that multi-attack on a PBO turn. So yes, I am retiring those 3, getting that critical, extra 15. That makes that column, I believe, a 38 double critical. Putting a Blaster Dark down on the field, I am not using his ability. I think that counter blast was just for the PBD, just swinging, poking at the Vanguard here. And he dropped the shield. And I think I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because I think there was some confusion. I didn't see him, yes, drop the shield, so we skipped ahead just a little bit, and now I'm going to proceed, I think, into the Vanguard attack next. Let's see what happens. Just showing me that he did guard. Cool, so this is going to be 38 now at his Vanguard. This definitely hurts when you're into just a 10k body. Definitely harder to guard against. What is that, 38? So we need to make 59 in order to have a no pass. He can't really take it because this is 2 criticals. Let's see. Does he have a PG? No. He's going to dump 3 cards here. So he's at a 10k. What does he need? He drops a 15, 10, 10. What is that? 35, 10, 45. So I needed to be a 2-2 pass, in which I did not get. Boom. Alright, so my Masquerade is attacking, and now we have him at 5 damage, so in a pretty good position for our next turn. I think we're going to be able to survive a first turn Luard here. Not a lot going on with Luard on the first turn. You just really are looking to generate a bunch of markers, spam your field with some useful grade 1s. Hopefully a lot of them stick around for next turn, so you can have a bunch on board, power up your grade 1s with the extra 15k grade 1. What else? You have the Bat combo that you can go into. Don't know if he really goes into it this turn, just because I think he was 1 grade 1 short in his hand. He wanted to get that powerful plus 15k grade 1 off, so let's see what he does. He's going to be retiring 2 of these to draw and retire my Blaster Dark. Pretty standard play right there. So he has 3 grade 1s in his drop zone, so his drag driver Stride, so to speak, is going to be free of cost. As he searches out the drag driver, he needs to just counterblast now, but he can call out an additional 2 grade 1 rear guards. Let's see which ones he chooses. Alright, and he's choosing also to disperse the force markers, just to have a little bit more pressure on board in terms of what can actually hit, because don't think he has a ton in hand right now. So buffing anything that he can up to ensure that it actually hits a 13k body is pretty necessary. Let's see what choices he goes with from his deck. considering the Nightmare Painter, but he already has that bat in soul, so I don't think he really needs that. Just checking. Yep, he has that. Cool. So I think he was one grade 1 short in his hand, so he needed to use the bat in order to get that other grade 1 out. See if he goes through with this play. What is the second grade 1? Don't need the Sharon or anything like that. He did go for the Morfessa just to get 4 attacks off instead of just 3. Very understandable. And the Morfessa is a grade 1 within the deck. Let's see, he needs to pop that bat out because he did call it bat. There we are. Alright, and he pops that bat out and calls it to a rearguard column on the right of the Vanguard, so looking just to get as much power as he can on these multiple swings. Let's see. Does call an Owl down. He will be able to Soul Blast for this cost since we are both on grade 3, getting a little bit extra draw power. Let's see if he can pop that one last grade 1 down. That would enable Morfessa, and he can. Alright. So he can also pay the cost of the Owl with that Nightmare Painter, which is pretty useful. Don't really need it at the moment for that bat combo because both of them are already out. Doesn't exactly need that. I was just, I think, telling him here that he can do the Morfessa play just to get 5 attacks out on this turn, but I don't think he had everything he needed to really set it up. Yeah, I think he was 1 grade 1 short in his hand or something like that. Alright. So yeah, it's looking like we probably can survive this turn, and if we do, we're in a decent spot for next turn. I think we're really looking to maybe damage check a draw trigger, draw a PBO off, or just get something before the next turn. A Mordred, absolutely anything, because I don't have another grade 3 in hand at this moment. So let's see, he soul charged that normal unit right there. Alright, let's go into it. Come on, Eric. Don't know where that other soul charge came from, if that was the one-off Nightmare Painter. Oh, he had 2 Nightmare Painters, okay. Because he attacked with Morfessa, got it. Alright, so this one's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 plus that is 38 on the Vanguard swing, plus that other 8 back there. Is that a 7k or 8k body? I'm not 100% sure, but looks like I just took it, didn't really need it too much. He does heal out 1, so in a better spot than he was before that swing, obviously. Looks like he gave the Nightmare Painter that power. Let's see what his second check is. Second check is just a grade 1. He does not get a second trigger, which is really nice. Would have ended us there if he hit double critical. Alright, gonna swing with that other column. It looks like I am hitting and I am healing. Did not get the heal off, but I am buffing my Vanguard an extra 10k. Makes it a little bit easier to guard this last attack. Can take it if I want to, but I think I choose not to. Let's just see. At this point, I'm pretty sure I have it next turn. Yeah, so I do take it. And unfortunately, it is a PBO again. The worst luck. I'm unable to ride now because of that. That really sucks. Oh, man. Hate to see it. Feels bad, man. Alright. Let's see what I'm going to call. I'm going to desperately look for another Mordred or anything like that just to get it into my hands. I don't think I can survive another turn, so I am going for broke here, I believe. Deck thinning is deck winning though, so I'm looking to just get everything unnecessary out of my deck. I want to just hit as many triggers as I can. Don't hit anything off that top 7 search with Masquerade, that's fine. I do like Mordred in this deck just because I feel like if you do ride Mordred first, you're able to generate a lot of markers depending on what you have in your hand. Lots of ways to search Blaster Dark in this deck, and because of that, you can have a really powerful second PBO turn. If you have your Danger Lunge Dragon too, you can have that swing first, have a nice Sentinel restriction on that as well, with the, you know, super stacked up Force column. So I do like Mordred. I think it just works in this deck. I think I have a pretty interesting build. So looks like I'm calling down the Blaster Dark. I am using his ability to just retire one of his rear guards. Alright, and I'm going to then retire all of my rear guards. Yeah, really banking on this 15k and extra critical to close out the game here. That is the only option I really have. Alright, and I am going to swing. This is another 38, I believe. 25, 15, 25, 30. Yeah, 38. Looks like he is going to guard with those two. Oh, no, no, no. He is retiring him for our skill because they has to retire 3. I think we're just debating which one to retire right now. So I would retire the Nightmare Painter, but I think I went with the Bat. I'm not sure. Let's see, what does he have to put down? He has a 13k Vanguard body. I have a 38. Looks like, ooh, is he dropping 3 from hand? Let's see. Again, he needs that 58 to have a no pass. He's probably debating, does he want to try to... I don't even know what else he has in his hand, if he can even put that down. Let's see, yeah, 38. Let's see what he puts down. There's a 20, a 10, and I think that's a 10. So all together he's putting 40, so he is at 53. This does become a 2-2 pass. So let's see, the first trigger I am hitting a draw trigger, very nice, and the second I am hitting another draw trigger. So wow, look at that. PBD actually coming in clutch against Luard, finishing out the game on our second grade 3 ride. Maybe this is the new meta. Pop them down from, make them kind of replenish their field from hand, snipe a bunch of them. Luard does hurt against a lot of field wipe things. It is, you know, you can pop your grade 1s out from the drag driver effect, but thank you guys so much for watching so far. If you guys did enjoy the content, maybe consider subscribing and leaving a like on the video. This is Alex signing out.